Any thoughts on the next president?
It's weird. Like it could be like the unelectable force versus the impeachable object, depending on who the Democrats choose. And if they can get him out, like it might be too. It might be I hope it's not fucking Biden as the Democratic candidate versus Pence. Keep himself as clean as you can be next to Trump. One of his campaign promises, he definitely drained the swamp in Washington right through the drain that was his office.
Yeah.
It was like 27 convictions. I think he only has one original cabinet member left from when he was sworn in. And that's the dude too young to commit a crime.
Have you heard of Andrew Yang?
What's that?
Have you heard of Andrew Yang?
Yeah.
What do you think of him?
If he kind of shot himself in the foot with one of his campaign promises, but I like some of his ideas.
Which one do you think he shot himself in the foot with?
The way he proposed the minimum basic income,
The freedom dividend?
yeah, the
$1,000 a month?
the thing where he said if he gets elected, he'll do a trial lottery for it.
I never heard that.
It was a few weeks ago, and
He's doing a trial thing, not if he gets elected, he's doing it already as far as he's giving it to like 10 different families. It's sort of like, call it a pilot program, but just sort of a thing. But he's doing that through his campaign. It's not like, it's not a lottery.
even worse.
It's not like a lottery thing.
That's even worse. Like that's if he has a bad lawyer and his opponents gather up a very good, like Johnny Cochran type shyster lawyer, he can get put away for campaign bribery.
Well, from what I understand, they were pretty confident with their wording on how they did it. I mean, they have a small army of lawyers working on it on their side too. Don't forget.
Right.
You know, and obviously they knew it was going to be controversial. I mean, obviously that's one of the reasons why he probably did it.
Yeah.
I can't speak for him, of course, but
yeah.
I have a feeling they probably crossed their T's and dotted their I's.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
What do you think about it in premise as far as if it were successful?
It's an idea that like I was banging around in my own head for a little bit, like how to. Like, my way of funding it was just by legalizing drugs and slapping the sin tax on it all.
I think you should do that because he wants to go after some of the big tech companies and then some other stuff, and then also you can't get that with food stamps and so forth. But I think additional, he should just put a tax on marijuana, alcohol, and tobacco. And between those three things and the other stuff he's already going to do, he's got it covered. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, to like earn a little bit of the vote of the Bible Belt, you make it 10%, flat 10% like a fucking tithe. Then it's this. Then you call it the sin tax. You get their vote. Alcohol, tobacco, drugs, strip clubs, firearms.
Well, firearms. I mean, you're gonna have a thing with firearms. You know, the liars.
Gambling. Yeah, you just hit flat 10% on it, and that way, like you legalize it, and it's something that our current administration, like, and I mean Congress, doesn't like doing, but an apportioned tax, where percentages of it are already distributed, not like to a general fund for them to give earmarks to. For the people that complain, well, what about the children? Well, here's what we're going to do. 25% of it's going to pay for fucking education. Up to bachelor's degree. It'll do it. Another 25%, we're going to say, oh, there's going to be so much crime and fucking crackheads lighting their houses on fire. Another 25% goes to emergency services, police and fire. Police, fire, and EMTs. Another, wondering how we're going to pay for universal health care. Another 25% of it's going to go directly to hospitals. And then the other 25% is to so you can have your cocaine parties in Congress. It's slush funds. You can give it to whoever your fucking donors are to shut the fuck up. Use it to fix roads. Use it to fucking buy yourself another house. Whatever. Get 25% of 10% of drug sales. All right. And then you just treat all drugs like, I don't care what it is. It can be crack, it can be crocodile, I don't care. You legalize it, and that way you can regulate it.
You did want to criminalize marijuana and opiates. That's something the NBA did have. Like one of his things that he was wanting to do.
At this point, medically,
and basically make it so it's no longer a crime if you're addicted
that way
to
they can
heroin
research
and stuff. Well, so they can research it, and then also people that want help on opium and stuff, they can get it.
Yeah.
And not have the stigma put on them of being a criminal at that point.
Yeah. And it's got to the point with on the medical end with the opiates where, like, straight up, what is it? The medical grade heroin. What do they call it? Morphine. Where morphine is safer than hydrocodone. Because all hydrocodone does is it makes your body metabolize morphine. But based on your genetic makeup, everybody metabolizes it differently. So there's no standardized dosage. Like,
well, I mean, to be honest, hydrocodones killed my mother's liver and eventually her.
Yeah.
And that's because she had other problems where they kept throwing, this was back in the 90s and the 80s, they kept just throwing Vicodins at her like it was candy, and it would kill the liver.
And with hydrocodone, like the same size pill, like could get me fucked up on my ass for like a week, where with you it wouldn't phase you.
Right. I'm the kind of person, I had bad teeth for a while, and if I take more than 2 of those, I'm in the bathroom throwing up. So.
I do a lot of conventions at Caesars, and we had a medical convention that was, they brought like a DEA agent and a member of the FDA, and they were talking about this shit. And like it hits African Americans and I believe Asians the hardest because their body doesn't. I think Asians under metabolize the hydrocodone, and Africans over metabolize it. So a 100 milligram pill might make your